Before you continue, I'd like to say that this video touches on a subject matter that some people may find distressing. Additionally, there is the repeated use of a particularly offensive word that I am not entirely happy with using, but I am quoting somebody else directly when I use this word. Please take care of yourselves. Hello, it's me, Fat Cow. Foodie Beauty is innocent. She's a victim. We are all persecuting her. She has done nothing wrong. She is just defending herself against other people. There is nothing that she has ever done in the history of ever that was her fault. Well, that's how Foodie sees the world. And I mean, it is literally as inconceivable as it is to the majority of people. That is the world according to Foodie Beauty. Everything she has done, every vile, spiteful action, every cruel thing has been somebody else's fault. Somebody else did it first. Somebody else provoked her. This is a mindset that the majority of people will be having difficulty with. The majority of us can take responsibility. The majority of us can sit back and reflect and acknowledge that maybe they were at fault too, or maybe they were the reason it started. This thought process, however, is not the logic of a narcissist. A narcissist can never, and I mean never, be wrong. It is inconceivable to them that they are wrong about something. You think I'm joking? You think I'm exaggerating? I'm going to tell you a story I have been told directly from the source of the narcissist about something that happened to them. So this is the narcissist's side of the story. Now, you could say I have little right to comment on this because it was somebody else's story. Well, this somebody else just happened to be my husband. And the story does involve me somewhat, as will become evident. My husband had an affair, which I knew about, incidentally, because he had pre-warned me before the affair that he was interested in somebody, and his logic was that most men wouldn't give their wives a warning of their intention to cheat, which therefore made him better than other men. And he warned me because he was giving me a chance to step up my game and be better wife to him, so that he wouldn't need to have an affair. Anyway, he had had an affair because I didn't step up my game, which lasted 2 years. Now, the person he had an affair with was a mutual friend of all his friends, so it was the same friend circle. So they'd hang out together a lot and everything. Anyway, towards the end of this relationship, now you've got to understand, this is my husband sitting down telling me this in a conversational, matter of fact, by the way thing. It just came up in conversation that he had gotten angry with his mistress and had spent a good half hour beating the shit out of her. I'll let that sink in. And that since the incident had happened, oh, by the way, he added that he had found beating her for a good half an hour, and I quote verbatim, oddly satisfying. I know this is really hard to get your head around because, one, he said these things. Two, he's sitting there telling his wife these things. I think he thought I would be happy to know that he'd beaten up his mistress. Anyway, so, sharing mutual friends, the mistress had told various people within their friend circle what had happened. And they had taken her side. Now, my husband was angry because nobody had asked him about what happened, and therefore nobody knew what she had done to deserve it. In other words, my narcissistic husband, who had beat his mistress for a good half an hour and found it oddly satisfying, was annoyed because his friends had taken her side and hadn't bothered to find out why he had done it. And the reason he had done it, his justification for his behaviour towards her, was that, again, verbatim, quote, she was being a cunt. Incidentally, the reason he beat me was because I was being a cunt too. So, with regards to foodie, this is literally the mindset we are dealing with. She will never see that how she is responding is in any way wrong. Because, to sum it up, she does all these vile, horrible things, spews this hatred, says these revolting, disgusting, descriptive things about people's genitals, accusing them of being very bad people, bringing up their history, their relationship history, everything. She is well within her rights to say these things because, to quote my husband, everybody else are being cunts, basically. I'm going to call it cuntography. It is cuntography, according to Foodie Beauty.